Stop everything and listen closely. How many times have you said to yourself, I'll start tomorrow. I'll try next year. I'm not ready yet. That tomorrow you've been waiting for is lying to you every year you wait. Your dreams are slipping further away. You've been giving your energy, your time, your heart to everyone else, and yet your own life is sitting on pause. 2026 is not coming to save you. It's coming to test you. And the question is simple. Are you finally going to stand up for yourself or spend another year watching your life pass by? Because one truth never changes. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to stop apologizing for wanting more. You owe it to yourself to stop settling for almost and someday. You've been through storms, heartbreak, failures, and yet here you are. That's proof. There's fire inside you that hasn't been lit yet. 2026 is not just another year. It's your moment of truth. This is the year you stop running from your potential. This is the year you stop waiting for permission. This is the year you finally fight for yourself. No one else will do it for you. No miracle, no luck. You owe it to yourself to rise, to push, to win. Listen carefully, because this is the truth that no one will tell you. You have been waiting for what? Waiting for permission? Waiting for the perfect moment that will never come? Waiting for fear to go away? Let me tell you something. It will never go away. Fear doesn't disappear. Doubt doesn't vanish. The nerves, the worry, the I'm not ready yet feeling, they will always be there. And that is exactly why you must start now. You must start today. Scared, messy, trembling, unsure. Just start. Because the only way your life will change is if you move, if you act, if you take the first step, no matter how small. I see so many people who have dreams bigger than their courage. People who say, I'll start tomorrow. I'll begin next year. I'm not ready yet. And what happens? They wait. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. And by the time they think now is the time, life has moved on. Opportunities have passed. Dreams have died. And they are left wondering, what if? I don't want that for you. You deserve better than that. You were born for more than a life of waiting. You were born to rise. You were born to fight. You were born to see what happens when you finally stop making excuses and finally take action. Starting doesn't mean everything will be perfect. Starting doesn't mean you will not fail. Starting doesn't mean life will be easy. Starting simply means you are taking control. Starting simply means you are saying, I am done letting fear run my story. I am done hiding. I'm done waiting for someone to hand me my life. Starting is the moment you step out of the shadow of your doubts and take responsibility for your own future. And when you do, you begin to see something amazing happen. Momentum, action creates momentum. One step leads to another. One small victory builds the next. One choice to move forward pushes you closer to your dreams. Momentum will carry you further than fear ever could. I know it's scary. I know it's hard. I know the voices in your head are screaming, you're not ready. You can't do it. Wait. But here's the thing. Those voices are lying. They are whispers of your fear, designed to keep you small, safe, and comfortable. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Comfort will bury your dreams. Comfort will convince you to stay where you are, to hide your talent, to pretend that almost is enough. But I'm here to tell you, it's not enough. You deserve more. You were born for more. And the only way you will ever see it is if you start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, right now. Look at your life. How many moments have you let pass because you were waiting? How many chances have you missed because you thought you weren't ready? And how many more will you let slip by if you don't make a decision today? Here's the truth. The world doesn't wait for anyone. Life doesn't pause until you feel ready. The clock keeps ticking. Opportunities keep moving. And the only person who will ever give you your life is you. So stop overthinking. Stop making excuses. Stop looking for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The perfect moment is the moment you decide to act, the moment you decide to start, the moment you refuse to wait any longer. And here's the most important part. Starting is powerful. Starting is brave. Starting is proof that you finally believe in yourself. Starting shows the universe, shows life, and most importantly, shows you that you are serious about your dreams. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need anyone to tell you, go ahead. You already have everything you need. The courage is inside you. The strength is inside you. The ability is inside you. You just need to take the first step, and then the second, and then the third, because that is how ordinary people become extraordinary. That is how lives are transformed. That is how dreams are no longer just ideas in your head, but realities you live every day. So I am asking you right now, stop waiting. Stop sitting. Stop hoping, move, act, start today, scared, messy, unprepared. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you start. What matters is that you show yourself that you are bigger than your fears. What matters is that you finally take control of your life and stop letting your dreams wait any longer, because you were not made to sit on the sidelines. You were made to rise. You were made to fight. You were made to see what happens when you refuse to let fear dictate your life. And it all begins with one step, one action, one choice, one decision. Start today. Listen to me very carefully, because this is the truth that will change the way you look at your life. Every heartbreak, every failure, every disappointment, every time you thought the world was against you, it was not meant to destroy you. No, it was shaping you. It was preparing you. It was building the strength inside you that nobody else can see yet. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your fuel. Pain is your teacher. And the moment you start seeing it that way, the moment you stop hating it, the moment you stop running from it, your life will start to change. You've been through storms. You've been through nights where you cried yourself to sleep. You've been betrayed by people you trusted, let down by people you counted on, and disappointed by people you believed in. And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still alive. That means you are stronger than you think. That means everything that tried to break, you only made you tougher. Pain doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to teach you. It comes to reveal what you are really made of. And the moment you choose to use it instead of letting it defeat you, that is the moment you rise. That is the moment you start turning your pain into your power. Let me tell you something about the people who achieve their dreams, the people who succeed, the people who rise above their circumstances. They are not the ones who never felt pain. They are not the ones who never failed. They are not the ones who never faced rejection. No, they are the ones who learned how to use every wound, every scar, every heartbreak, every failure as fuel. They are the ones who turned their struggles into strength. They are the ones who decided that their pain would no longer be a cage, but a rocket that propels them forward. Think about this for a moment. Every time life hit you hard, every time someone told you you can, every time a door closed in your face, it was not to stop you. It was a test to see if you could rise anyway. And you know what? You survived. You're still here. That means you passed. That means you are built for more than you even realize. That means you have been training without even knowing it for the greatness that is waiting for you. Pain is a teacher that never lies. It tells you who you really are, what you are made of, and what you are willing to fight for. But most people never listen. Most people run from it. Most people hide. They cry about it, complain about it, make excuses about it. But you are different. You have the chance to take it and turn it into power. Do you know what that looks like? It looks like using your failures to fuel your ambition. It looks like using your heartbreak to drive your passion. It looks like taking the moments that almost broke you and transforming them into your armor. Every scar on your body, every tear you have cried, every sleepless night, every no you have heard, every time someone doubted you, every moment life tried to defeat you, it can be your power if you let it. That is how winners are made. That is how ordinary people become unstoppable. That is how you go from surviving to thriving. Most people are afraid of pain. They avoid it. They ignore it. They complain about it. They curse it. But winners, champions, extraordinary people, they embrace it. They stare it in the face and say, I will use this. I will channel this. I will rise above this. And that is exactly what you need to do. Because the truth is, no one can experience your struggles the way you did. No one can transform your pain into your power the way you can. That is your secret weapon. That is your advantage. And if you understand that, if you truly understand that, then nothing in this world can stop you. I need you to understand something right now. The challenges you face, the failures you endured, the heartbreaks that hurt so badly, they were not mistakes. They were not punishments. They were not signs that you are weak. They were training. Every difficulty you faced was preparing you for the life you are meant to live. Every rejection, every failure, every loss was shaping the strength inside of you. And when you finally choose to stop seeing it as pain and start seeing it as power, everything changes. Your perspective changes. Your energy changes. Your focus changes. Your actions change. You become unstoppable. So I'm telling you right now, stop hating your struggles. Stop wishing things were easier. Stop being ashamed of your failures. Start seeing them for what they are. Opportunities. Opportunities to get stronger. Opportunities to grow. Opportunities to prove to yourself that nothing in this world can stop you when you refuse to quit. Your past, your pain, your scars, they are not the chains that hold you back. They are the wings that will carry you higher than you ever thought possible. And once you realize that, once you believe that, once you act on that, your life will never be the same. Listen to me very carefully, because this is something most people will never understand. Motivation is temporary. Motivation is exciting, but it doesn't last. Some days you wake up inspired. Some days you feel unstoppable. Some days you feel like you can conquer the world. And on those days, you will get a lot done. You will push hard. You will grind. You will take action. But here's the truth. Those days don't last forever. Motivation fades. It comes and goes like the wind. And if you depend on it, if you rely on it, if you wait for it to show up, your dreams will die. Motivation is nice, but it is not enough. It can't carry you through the pain. It can't push you through the fatigue. It can't keep you working. When life is hard, when your body is tired, when your mind is screaming at you to quit, that is why discipline exists. That is why discipline wins when motivation fades. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Discipline is what separates dreamers from doers. Discipline is what separates the people who talk about their goals from the people who actually achieve them. Discipline is not about feeling inspired. Discipline is about showing up when you don't feel like it. Discipline is about doing the work day after day, even when nobody is watching. Discipline is about trusting yourself, trusting the process, trusting that the small steps you take consistently will create the life you want. Discipline is stronger than feelings. Discipline will carry you through the moments when the world is telling you to quit. Discipline will lift you when your energy is gone. Discipline will push you forward when fear is screaming at you to stop. And discipline will never fail you if you commit to it. Let me be very clear. There will be days when you feel weak. There will be days when your mind tells you, I can't do this. I'm done. I quit. There will be days when the obstacles feel bigger than you, when the pressure feels too heavy, when your dreams seem impossible. And here's where most people fail. Most people stop when motivation disappears. Most people quit when it's hard. Most people go back to the old routine, the easy route, the comfort zone. But winners, champions, extraordinary people, they do not wait for motivation. They do not wait for inspiration. They rely on discipline. They do the work even when it hurts. They keep going even when the world doubts them. They keep showing up, grinding, improving, pushing, learning, and growing every single day. That is the power of discipline. You need to understand this. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is fire. Motivation can start you, but discipline is what keeps you moving forward when the sparks are gone. Motivation will make you feel good for a moment. Discipline will build the life you want over a lifetime. Motivation will fade. Discipline will carry you when everyone else has given up. Motivation is easy. Discipline is hard. Motivation feels good. Discipline feels like work, but it is the work, the consistent effort, the commitment to show up every day, even when you don't feel like it, that creates results. Motivation is optional. Discipline is essential. Think about the times in your life when you succeeded at something big. I guarantee it wasn't just because you were inspired. I guarantee it was because you showed up day after day, step after step, even when you didn't feel like it, even when it was lonely, even when nobody noticed, even when it was hard. That is discipline. That is what creates winners. That is what turns ordinary people into unstoppable forces. That is what transforms a dream into reality. You see, the world will not hand you what you want. Life will test you every single day. It will throw challenges at you. It will knock you down. It will make you tired, frustrated, and hopeless. And in those moments, motivation will disappear. You will have nothing to feel good about. You will have nothing to inspire you, but discipline will be there. Discipline will keep you moving. Discipline will push you forward. Discipline will make you do what needs to be done when everything inside you wants to quit. That is why the most successful people in the world are not the ones who always feel motivated. They are the ones who are disciplined no matter what. So I'm telling you right now, do not wait for motivation. Do not wait to feel ready. Do not wait to be inspired. You cannot depend on feelings to build the life you dream of. You have to rely on discipline. You have to show up every day. You have to do the work, even when it's uncomfortable. You have to grind when nobody is watching. You have to push when it's painful. You have to learn when it's hard. You have to keep going, even when it seems impossible, because it is in those moments when motivation has left you. That discipline carries you forward. It is in those moments that champions are made. Discipline wins when motivation fades. Discipline wins when fear knocks at your door. Discipline wins when life gets hard. Discipline wins when energy is gone. Discipline wins when nobody believes in you. Discipline wins because it is consistent. Discipline wins because it does not depend on feelings. Discipline wins because it is relentless, unstoppable, and unshakable. And if you embrace it, if you commit to it, if you live by it every single day, your life will rise to a level you never imagined possible. Listen to me carefully, because this is something most people refuse to accept. Your life is your responsibility, not your parents, not your friends, not your teachers, your boss, or society. Your life is yours. And the moment you stop blaming others for where you are and start taking full responsibility, everything changes. Most people are stuck because they are pointing fingers. They are waiting for someone to save them, waiting for someone to give them a break, waiting for someone to make their life easier. That is not how life works. That is not how success works. You are in charge. You have the power. You have control, and you cannot wait for anyone else to hand it to you. Think about it for a second. How many times have you blamed circumstances for your failures? How many times have you said, I can't because of this, or I failed because of them, or I didn't have the chance? Those are excuses, and excuses will keep you poor, stuck, and unhappy forever. Excuses are the chains that hold people back. But when you accept responsibility, when you own your life, when you stop blaming and start acting, those same circumstances that once held you down can now become the fuel to push you higher. Your past does not define you unless you allow it to. Your mistakes do not define you unless you let them. Your failures do not define you unless you choose to give up. But if you take responsibility, if you make a decision to rise despite everything, your life can change in ways you never imagined. Most people are comfortable blaming others because it's easy, it's simple. It doesn't require courage. But taking responsibility takes courage. It takes bravery. It takes honesty. You have to look in the mirror and say, this is my life. This is my choice. This is my responsibility. And I will take control of it no matter what. And when you do, you begin to see the truth. No one can stop you unless you let them. No circumstance can defeat you unless you give it power. No past can hold you unless you hand it over to your mind. But when you take full responsibility, when you own your choices, your actions, your thoughts, your habits, everything changes. Responsibility means you stop waiting for permission. Responsibility means you stop asking for approval. Responsibility means you stop blaming others for your problems. Responsibility means you show up, you act, and you fight for your dreams. And let me tell you something. Life will test you. Life will throw obstacles in your way. Life will challenge your patience, your strength, your willpower. And in those moments, most people fail because they want someone else to fix it. But you will rise, you will act, you will take responsibility. You will say, I don't care what happens, I'm responsible for my life and I will make it work. And that is the difference between people who succeed and people who stay stuck. Taking responsibility also means taking control of your thoughts. Your mind is powerful. It can make or break you if you allow negative thoughts, doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs to control your actions. Your life will always be small. But if you take responsibility for your mind, if you choose what you think, what you focus on, what you believe about yourself, your life changes. You start to see opportunities instead of problems. You start to see solutions instead of obstacles. You start to see your own power instead of blaming the world. Responsibility is not just about your actions. It's about your mind, your attitude, your perspective. And when you take full responsibility for all of it, you become unstoppable. Let me remind you, nobody owes you anything. Nobody is coming to save you. Life is not fair. Life will challenge you, disappoint you, and test you over and over again. But that is not a reason to give up. That is a reason to rise. That is a reason to take control. That is a reason to take responsibility. Every great life, every great success story, every extraordinary person has one thing in common. They accepted full responsibility for their lives. They stopped blaming, stopped complaining, stopped waiting, and started acting. They understood that their future depends entirely on what they do today, not what anyone else does. So hear me now. Your life is yours. Your choices are yours. Your habits are yours. Your thoughts are yours. Your actions are yours. And the moment you stop blaming and start acting, the moment you accept responsibility for everything in your life, the moment you own it completely, you unlock the power to create the life you dream of. You no longer wait for anyone else. You no longer depend on circumstances. You no longer give your power away. You take it, you grab it, you fight for it, you control it. And that is when true success begins. Listen to me very carefully, because this is where most people fail without even realizing it. Most people spend their lives planning, hoping, and dreaming. They think that thinking about their dreams or writing down goals is enough. Let me tell you something. It is not enough. It will never be enough. Your dreams will not work unless you do. Your plans will not work unless you act. Your thoughts, your hopes, your visions, they mean nothing without action. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Action is the fuel that converts dreams into reality. And this is why most people stay stuck. They hesitate. They delay. They overthink. They make excuses. And they wait for the perfect moment that will never come. But not you. Not now. Not today. If you want to change your life, if you want to achieve your dreams, you must take relentless, massive action, no matter how uncomfortable, no matter how scared, no matter how uncertain you feel. Let me tell you something about action. Action is not always easy. Action is not always comfortable. Action will push you out of your comfort zone. Action will test your patience. Action will challenge your confidence. Action will make you fail. And here is the truth. Most people do not understand. Failure is part of action. Mistakes are part of action. Challenges are part of action. And the people who succeed are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to stop acting no matter what. They fail, they get back up, they learn, they adjust, and they act again. That is the power of relentless action. That is how ordinary people become extraordinary. That is how dreams become reality. Think about this carefully. Every day you delay, every time you procrastinate, every moment you wait for the right time or the perfect opportunity, you are stealing your own future. Opportunities will not wait for you. Success will not wait for you. Life will not wait for you. Every second you waste hesitating is a second you cannot get back. And if you continue waiting, someone else will move, someone else will act, someone else will build the life that you are dreaming of. You must understand this truth. If you want a life different from the one you have now, you cannot wait. You must act. You must push. You must fight. You must grind every single day, even when it hurts, even when nobody is watching, even when it seems impossible. Action is messy. Action is uncomfortable. Action will expose your weaknesses. Action will push you to limits you never thought existed. But here's the secret. That is exactly where growth happens. That is exactly where strength is built. That is exactly where champions are made. Every successful person you admire, every person living a life you dream of, they all embraced action. Not just sometimes, not just when it felt easy, not just when they were inspired, but consistently, relentlessly, every single day. They acted while others hesitated. They acted while others complained. They acted while others made excuses. They acted while others were distracted. That is the difference between the average and the extraordinary. That is the difference between dreams and reality. I need you to understand this deeply. Knowledge alone is useless. Motivation alone is useless. Talent alone is useless. Without action, nothing happens. You can read books, watch videos, listen to podcasts, plan for years, and dream for decades. But if you do not act, nothing changes. Action creates results. Action transforms life. Action turns ordinary moments into extraordinary outcomes. Action makes the difference between those who complain about life and those who change life. And here is what most people miss. Action is not only about quantity. Action is about consistency, courage, and commitment. It is about showing up every single day, doing the work even when it is hard, even when you are tired, even when no one notices, even when fear tries to stop you. That is what separates those who achieve from those who dream. That is what separates the winners from the losers. That is what separates people who live extraordinary lives from those who are ordinary. You must act relentlessly. You must take responsibility for your results. You must refuse to stop. You must refuse to quit. You must push forward every single day until your life reflects the effort, courage, and determination you put into it. Relentless action is not about perfection. It is about showing up. It is about moving forward. It is about refusing to wait. It is about refusing to let fear, doubt, or hesitation control you. It is about doing what most people are unwilling to do. And that is why most people never achieve greatness. But you are different. You have the chance to rise above. You have the chance to create. You have the chance to achieve. But only if you act. Only if you push. Only if you fight. Only if you refuse to stop. Only if you take relentless action and never look back. Listen to me closely, because this is the truth you need to feel in your bones. Everything you've heard, everything you've learned, all the fire, all the energy, it comes down to one thing. Your life, your future, your dreams are in your hands. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody is going to hand you success, happiness, or freedom. Your life is created by your choices, your actions, your courage, your discipline, and the relentless effort you put in starting today, right now. You owe it to yourself to rise. You owe it to yourself to fight for the life you deserve. You owe it to yourself to stop making excuses, stop waiting, stop blaming, and start doing. Because if you don't, life will keep moving, time will keep passing, and the person you are capable of becoming will remain locked inside. But the moment you decide, the moment you take control, take action, refuse to quit, everything changes. The moment you commit to your dreams with all your heart, your future starts to shift. Your life starts to transform. Your power begins to grow. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Your moment is now. Your time is now. Every choice you make today, every small action you take, every effort you push through builds the extraordinary life you've been dreaming of. Success is not a gift. Success is not luck. Success is earned through relentless work, unwavering focus, and refusal to quit, even when it's hard, even when it hurts, even when nobody is watching. This is your wake-up call. This is your push. This is your chance to become unstoppable. This is your life, and it is waiting for you to claim it. Stand up, move forward, grind harder than ever. Fight for your dreams with everything you have. Fail, rise, and keep going. And know this truth. You owe it to yourself to be the best, to achieve more than you ever imagined, to rise above every obstacle, and to create the life you were born to live. Your time is now. Rise, take it, own it, and never look back.